The first question is, what are your expectations for the game?
Good morning, everyone. We expect an interesting game to see. It's a challenge, playing against a team who's doing very well at the moment. Every game is going to be a challenging game, especially we are in a week that was very special to us. In a lot of ways, we need to do our best to give a good game tomorrow.
Dobro jutro svima. Očekujemo interesantnu utakmicu sutra. Izazov je igrati protiv tima koji je veoma dobar u ovom trenutku. Za nas je sutra jako bitna utakmica u ovom trenutku da odigramo dobro.
Evo, dobar dan. Prije svega pitanje, vjerovatno ste analizirali utakmicu protiv Tuzla Cityja, pa ako možete da nam kažete, jeste li uočili neki uzrok onako slabe igre?
You probably, you saw the game against Tuzla City. Did you manage to see what were the bad things about the game? What were your weaknesses for that game?
Well, it's a collective approach, and I would say I'm not the type of coach who come and attack a personal player. Just go after one player. And I think it is difficult for me to single out names. I think it's a collective work. All of us were responsible for what happened that day. Of course, we don't feel good. It was a difficult week for the players, difficult week for us. So I'm not going to be singling out anyone. In my career, you're going to see this, hopefully, as long as I am here and as long as I am anywhere else. I'm not going to attack single player. It's a collective work. We are all responsible for that way we looked that day. And yes, definitely, I know what the problem is. And I'm not happy about it. And it's my responsibility and everyone else to solve it. Yeah.
Prvo bih rekao da je to bila kolektivna greška. Ja nisam trener koji će ikada napasti jednog igrača, nikada neću izdvojiti jednog krivca. Mislim da je ovo kolektivna krivnja i da smo svi zajedno krivi. Bila je teška igra za sve, teška utakmica, teška sedmica. Niko pojedinačno nije kriv i ja to nikada neću reći u svojoj karijeri, nikada nisam ni rekao, niti ću ikada reći izdvojiti jednog pojedinca da je kriv. Ja znam šta je problem i trenutno nisam sretan sa stanjem, ali nadam se da ćemo riješiti problem u narednom periodu.
Evo, ekipa Veleža je u odličnoj formi, za razliku od Želje koji u posljednje 3 utakmice u svojoj jedan bod smatrali da će to možda, da je to dodatna prednost za ekipu Veleža.
Velež is in great shape, much better than Želja currently, who in the past few games just won 1 point. Do you think that is our weakness and that Velež is in advance for this?
I don't understand the question.
So basically, Velež is in much better shape than Želja. Do you think that this is something that they can take to their advantage?
Well, every game is different. And if I compare the 3 games that we played, I think every game had a scenario. Every game had a circumstance that is different than the other ones. In closed doors, I will say what was the reason, what was the main reason. But unfortunately for us, there are no closed doors here. And everything you say in a closed doors gets out. So I'm not going to say it, basically. And especially I'm not going to say it to you in the media. Because everything I talk about in closed doors gets out. So this is one thing. The other thing is, I'm not here to address all the problems only. I'm here to be honest and to tell you what I think. And every game is different. And I believe that if a team fighting relegation can do two games in a row in a win, this is an unpredictable league as well, like any other league. It's unpredictable what every game can bring. So I'm not a believer that wherever they are on the table and wherever we are on the table, that decides how the game is and that decides what the advantage to who. I believe we have a chance in this team, in this organization, in this stadium, with these fans, I think we have the chance to beat anyone in the league. I still believe that. Yes, people can argue about a lot of things that are going wrong. However, we are here to believe that we can do this. Nothing else. So whether it's Velež or someone else, we're ready for anything.
Svaka igra je različita i trenutno svaka odigrana utakmica do sada imala je drugi scenarij, drugačije uslove. U 4 zida znamo koji je to problem, ali ja lično to neću reći u medijima, nikada to neću javno reći, jer sve što kažem u slačionici u 4 zida izađe svakako u medije. Ovdje nisam sama da pričam o problemima, ovdje sam da budem iskren prema vama i da vam kažem da ne pričam samo o problemima i o nekim izazovima sa kojima se suočavamo. Utakmica i liga generalno može se svašta desiti tu, nikad ne možete biti sigurni da ćete znati kako će se utakmica odviti ili neće. Imamo šansu na Grbavici, na ovom stadionu, sa ovim navijačima i vjerujemo da možemo pobijediti bilo koga u ovim uslovima. Mi smo tu da vjerujemo da možemo pobijediti bilo koga. Spremni smo za ovu utakmicu, spremni smo da dočekamo bilo kojeg protivnika, bio to Velež ili neko drugi.
Good morning, coach.
Good morning.
Evo Željo u takvoj situaciji da možda porazom će doći u situaciju da zimsku pauzu dočeka na pozicijama koje vode u niži rang, što je stvarno nije se nikad desilo, mislim, u historiji kluba. Da li Željo ima kvalitet da pobjedi ekipu Veleža ili će jednostavno morati dati 200% svojih mogućnosti i to im je jedina prednost, možda što igraju na Grbavici, jer nisu boda osvojili na gostujućem terenu?
Željo is currently in a situation where the winter break can be spent on the position which leads us to the lower rank of the competition. That has never happened before, but not never, but in the past few years. Do you believe that we have the quality to win the game against Velež, or do we have to give our best, to give our 200%? Because the only thing that we have in our advantage is that we're playing at Grbavica, and because we didn't win much points on the away games.
Well, that's a mixed question for me, because it brings a different part of the reality here. Do we have the quality to play? Well, you saw the team against Borac. Let's say you saw the game or the same group of players, what they did in some part of the season. So it's a mental thing. Sometime you can be up, 2 games you'll be down. We need consistency, first of all. This is the number one job we have to do. Second of all, the stadium can be with you and can be against you also if you're not playing well. So that's why you can train, you can do everything, but if you're not in the mental state, in the right mental state as a group, as a player, then you don't have a chance. And I told this to the players, I told this to the management, I told this to everyone else. If you're not in the right state of mind, you will not be able to play. Period. And it doesn't matter what kind of training they get, what kind of philosophy they get, what kind of methodology they get. If they're not in the right state of mind, when that game starts, then no one has a chance as a player. And I'm talking general to everyone here, to every player, to the media, to the fans. If you don't have the state of mind that can bring you to the best form under this pressure, under this influence here, then you don't have a chance. So that's why I say, yes, we have the quality to do a good game tomorrow. For sure, we have the quality. You can always argue, is it enough? Is it not enough? Do we have yes? Do we have that? Do we have this? Like a wish list. You can like open like a menu and think which player is best, which player is worst. But it has to be a collective fight tomorrow. It has to be that. Other than this, we don't have a chance.
Vidjeli ste tim protiv ekipe Borca, vidjeli ste kako igrači igraju u raznim utakmicama tokom sezone. Kvalitet imamo, ali imamo drugi problem, a to je psihički problem. Stadion može biti ili uz vas ili protiv vas. Nema šanse ako psihički niste spremni, onda nema šanse da dobijemo utakmicu, nema šanse da dobro odigramo. Ako generalno nisu na dobrom mjestu u svojoj glavi, onako psihički ako nisu na dobrom mjestu, ne mogu igrati, nemaju šansu. Ja to svima kažem, i medijima, i igračima, i navijačima. Mi imamo kvalitet, uvijek možemo gledati oko pojedinaca šta je dobro, šta nije, gdje su nam slabosti, gdje su nam mane, gdje su nam vrline, ali ako zajedno ne igramo, ne možemo dobiti ovu utakmicu. Who is out of the roster? Who can you not count on for tomorrow's game regarding the injuries and all other circumstances?
Well, we have some players who are on doubt, like Kirpic. He's still doubtful. We don't know. For sure, so far, we did some progress with Bojevic as well, but he's not ready. He's not fully ready, of course, from the last game. Also an important player that potentially we may lose for tomorrow. But for the rest, everyone is okay.
Pod upitnikom je i dalje Krpić, nismo sigurni da li će moći igrati. Iako je dosta napretka učinjeno sa Boljevćem, on nažalost neće biti spreman, a generalno to nam je jako bitan igrač na kojeg nažalost sutra nećemo moći računati. A svi ostali su ok, spremni.